If you've ever seen the shell stitch and thought, that just looks too complicated for me to crochet, in today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how easy it is with step-by-step instructions. So grab your favorite yarn, whatever hook you want to use, and let's get right into the video. Today I'm using a 5.5mm and I'm using a size 4 weight yarn, but use whatever you're comfortable with. We're going to start with a slip knot, and then we are going to chain. You can do whatever number of chains you would like. Just know that for the shell stitch, you need a multiple of 6 plus 2. So I am going to chain a total of 32 for this project. Now that I've chained 32, we're going to get right into the next steps. In the second chain from your hook, single crochet 1. Then you will skip 2 and make 5 double crochet into the next chain. And this made our first shell stitch, which is 5 double crochets together in the same stitch. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to skip 2 more chains, and then we're going to single crochet into the next chain after the 2 that we skipped. You'll start noticing a pattern here. We're going to skip 2 again, and we're going to make 5 double crochet into that next chain. We're essentially skipping 2 chains or 2 stitches between every group of 5 double crochet and the single crochets that we make. Now we've made our second shell stitch with 5 double crochet, so we're going to skip 2 more and put a single crochet into the stitch that's after the 2 that we skipped. Right, then we'll skip 2 and do 5 double crochet in the stitch after the ones we skipped. We've finished another shell, so now what we're going to do is complete this pattern until the end of the round. You're going to skip 2, single crochet, then you'll skip 2 and do 5 double crochet. This is what we will do. We've finished the last shell of the row, so now we are going to skip 2 and single crochet in the very last stitch of the row. To start row 2, we're going to chain 3, and then we're going to turn our work. This chain 3 counts as a double crochet. The first double crochet in a group of 3 that we're going to use to start the next round, or the next row. So in that same spot, make 2 more double crochet. This kind of gives us a partial shell stitch. Whereas the normal one has 5 double crochet, this one only has 3. And just like the last row, we're going to skip 2 stitches, and we're going to single crochet into the 3rd double crochet of the last shell that we made. We're going to skip 2 more stitches, and then you're going to put 5 double crochet into the single crochet from the last row. And if you're thinking that's really confusing and I'm lost, just remember, we're skipping 2 stitches in between each new stitch that we make. And now we've got another shell stitch with 5 double crochet. Okay, next we're going to skip 2 and single crochet into the 3rd double crochet of the stitch. And then we're going to skip 2 more and make 5 double crochet into the next stitch. Another way I like to think about it is when you make your single crochets in this row, you're putting them at the top of the previous shell stitch. We finished another shell stitch, and so we are just going to skip 2 more stitches, put that single crochet into the top of the last shell stitch, and we're going to repeat this pattern to the very end of the row. If you need to rewind this to go back and listen to the instructions again, feel free to do that. And if you need to pause it or stop it, skip it ahead, whatever you need to do to get this stitch down, feel free to do that, and I'll meet you at the end of the row. We're at the end of the row, and now we're just going to skip 2 single crochet into the next stitch, and then we are going to skip 2, and we are going to put 3 double crochet in the very last stitch of the row. And now to start the third row, we started with double crochet in the last one, so for this row we're just going to chain 1 and turn. Then we are going to put a single crochet into the same stitch as the chain 1. This makes our first single crochet. Next, we're going to skip 2 stitches, and you're going to make 5 double crochet into the next stitch. Hopefully you're able to start picking up the pattern of this stitch. We're making 5 double crochet in the stitch of every single crochet from the last row that we did. Again, it might be confusing, but the more you do it, the more you're going to get the hang of it and understand what the repeating pattern is. So now we're going to repeat that same thing that we did in the last row on this one. We're going to skip 2 chains, put a single crochet at the top of the last shell, and you'll skip 2, make 5 double crochet, skip 2, make a single crochet. Again, if you need to pause and rewind, don't feel bad for having to restart. You can always go back and watch the beginning for the instructions and then catch up to where we are now. I'm now making the last shell stitch of this row, so I've skipped 2 and I'm putting 5 double crochet in the previous single crochet. You should have 3 stitches left in your row, one of them being the chain 3. We're going to skip 2 stitches and we are going to put a single crochet into the top of the chain 3 from the last row that we did. And this will be the final single crochet of this row. And now row 3 is complete. This is turning out to be really gorgeous. To start the 4th round, you're going to chain 3 and turn. This is the part where we're making a partial shell stitch to start the round. So you're going to put 2 double crochet into the same stitch that we did the chain 3. And again, we are just repeating a 2-row pattern. So skip 2 stitches and put a single crochet in the next one, which is the top of the shell stitch. We're just going to keep repeating this pattern. Skip 2, 5 double crochet, skip 2, put a single crochet at the top of the shell, skip 2, put another 5 double crochet, and you're going to just keep doing this all the way till you get to the end. Pause and rewind or slow down if you need to, and meet me right back here when you get to the end. At the end, we're going to skip 2. We're going to put 3 double crochet into the very last stitch. This makes our partial shell at the end of the row. The middle stitches are the same, and the only thing that changes in this pattern is how you start each row. And this is what it looks like when it comes together. So to start row 4, Since we just did a partial shell, we want to chain 1 to do a single crochet to begin the next row. This will be the same as all the other ones. Skip 2 and then do 5 double crochet, then skip 2 and make a single crochet at the top of the shell. Keep doing this all the way to the end of the round. Now we've made it. The last stitch we did was a shell stitch, and so we need to skip 2 and put a single crochet in the very last stitch of the row. And since we ended with a single crochet, we need to chain 3 and make a partial shell to start the next row. So chain 3, turn your work, put 2 more double crochet in the same stitch as the chain 3. And that's what makes this pattern so easy, is you're just repeating everything we've already done. The only thing to remember is that if you start with a single crochet, the next row you need to start with a partial shell. And if you started with a partial shell, then the next row you need to start with a single crochet. And that is how you do the shell stitch. This is beautiful. You can make it however wide you want it by doing a multiple of 6 plus 2 for your chain, and then you can make it how long or how tall you want it. And there you have the beautiful, easy shell stitch to add to your stitch library.